I've realized that this is where you go to meet hot, rich, older guys. I don't have experience with hot, rich, older guys. I am curious, so I'm very observant. I'm open to discovery, you know what I'm saying? And by older, I'm not saying like old. I'm just saying, everyone's always saying happy hour. Everyone's always saying hotel bars. At the end of the day, like, am I gonna go to a hotel bar? Probably not. Everyone's always saying golf courses. Am I gonna go to a golf course? Like, I joke, but no, haven't been. And what it is lunch. They're not talking about lunch. But how come I was in an area yesterday where a lot of people are working, a lot of finance buildings, and I was taken aback by the lunch scene. It was really giving like attractive 30s, 40s guys at lunch. And this is probably way more accessible in New York, but we live in LA. Like, I don't know the scenes, but now I know. Go to a place where people are working and you hit those lunch places at noon.
They constantly ask, where are the good, rich, older men? But they fail to understand, do those guys want you? You guys are old. Why would those men want someone like you? The simple common sense would make you understand. But then again, they lack that simple common sense. Hello there, fellas. Welcome back to this channel. If you enjoy such content, don't forget to like, share. And at any point you feel like sharing your opinions, do comment below, as that helps the channel. That's it. Let's see what you got today.
Here's some crazy research for you. So a third of men, 33%, a little over a third of men between the ages of 18 and 29 are not only single, but they're not actively looking for a partner. The same study said that by the year 2030, that 45% of women between the ages of 20 and 45 will be single. So I've got a question for the men, because I see it all the time in my comments. Most of my comments are filled with guys saying we're done. We're not looking. We like our peace. I need some more talk from you guys. Tell me why you're done. Tell me why you don't want to have a partner in life. Tell me why it's more worth it to be single than to have a partner. Even if you weren't to remarry, just to have a partner. I mean, I've talked to a lot of men. I've got my answers, but I want to hear it in the comments. So please.
What answers you will get from the comments are possibly the same ones you got or heard from the men in real life. I mean, all men in general want same things, and the current modern women are not able to provide those, are not worth of having those. They just want a free ride of man's money and all that, and when it gets boring, they just want to leave. And the laws are not helping it. Even if you're not married, there are some states with fucked up laws that still makes man pay for some shit. It makes no sense, and why would a man voluntarily want to give his assets to some bitch who wants to cheat, do all that crazy stuff and not loyal, man? Who wants that? Just save yourself from that. That's just me. Let me know what you guys feel about this question, and let's move on.
Most men find most women to be at least somewhat attractive. In contrast, women on average view 80% of men as below average in attractiveness. Another study found that on the dating app Tinder, men liked more than 60% of the female profiles they viewed, while women liked only 4.5% of male profiles. I didn't realize that 80% of men as below average. That's quite off.
It is, because, you would think like 50%, right? It's sort of like 50% above and 50% below, but to have 80% rated below is pretty grim.
Because of the increased risk women carry, they tend to be choosier about their partners. In contrast, men are less discerning.
What risk? Excuse me, you understand the risk. Men are taking the risk. In an instant, they can lose everything. Even their house that they built from the early age. It's crazy how they talk about the woman's risk. What about the men's risk? It's crazy.
Our school is connected to a hospital, so I'm dressed up, and there's a lot of real doctors here, so let me just, in case there's a husband. Husband, where you at? Doctors. Dr. Daddies, where y'all at? We're here for y'all.
Stop! Attention! If you want to be my husband and you live on this road, come outside now!
Where is the best place to find a husband? I'll go first. Instagram. And you want to know why? I don't know about you, but I believe the boy needs to put in the work. Like, boy, chase me. Come after me.
No, thank you.
Like, I'm not trying to play games, but Cinderella did not chase after the prince. You see, when a dude hits you up on Instagram, he has no idea where you live unless you have it listed in your bio. Chances are, if you don't already know each other, you don't live in the same city. Girl, he's gonna have to buy a plane ticket or drive across the country to come meet you. And that's exactly the kind of effort we want and deserve. So let me tell you, when this guy Jake commented on my Instagram, I added him on Facebook. I didn't want him sliding into my DMs, I wanted him sliding into my Facebook Messenger. We sent lengthy messages back and forth for about 2 months. He invited me to come up to Northern California and hang out with his family, which is about 10 hours away. I said no, but I'll be in Maui on my family vacation if you want to come. That boy bought a plane ticket to Maui. I didn't even tell him what time we were flying in. Respond to your Instagram comments, ladies.
Do people actually like get asked on dates in real life? Like people come up to you, like attractive people that you would want to go on a date with, come up to you and ask you to go on a date, and then like they want to take you on a date? That has like literally actually never happened to me in my entire life. The closest thing today I was going to get lunch with my friends, and I was walking, and this like 65-year-old man stopped me and goes, "Hey, do you happen to be single?" And I said, "No." And he said, "Oh, you're beautiful." He was literally 65 years old. So that's what I get. People go on dates, and the people that get asked on the dates, and they want to go on the dates, and they do. That's crazy, you guys. That's crazy.
I think the key word was attractive. And probably that's the fact that you're not qualified for it. That's just me, man. That's just me. Let me know what you guys feel. Let's move on.
I just walked into Abercrombie for the first time since middle school. Where are all the hot shirtless dudes? What happened to them? Why did we get rid of them?
Okay, so serious question. If we're not going on dating apps for dates, where are we meeting men? And where are we meeting men in which we'd actually want to go on a date with? Where are all of the good guys? Can someone enlighten me? Because whatever I'm doing isn't working.
Women nowadays will literally be like, I can't find any good men. There are no good men left. And then they'll be like, I just need 6 feet, about like 6 inches, and like 6 figures.
Even if this video was just meant for fun, it's still another case of men acting like women have impossible standards so that they feel better about themselves when they don't meet them. And it bothers me because these guys are acting like women are looking down on men who they would consider less than perfect. But have you ever heard a woman talk about a bum who she's in love with? Because she'll make every excuse in the world for why that man is incredible and just misunderstood. So let's say, for example, that a man has no job. She's not going to let you sit there and call him unemployed. No, she's going to tell you how it's probably because no one ever encouraged him and that he's going to be able to do anything he sets his mind to once she just believes in him. You're acting like women will only date men who make 6 figures, but I know women who are working 2 jobs with full insurance and a 401k who are dating men with 60 cents in their bank account because she thinks he has potential. I don't know how you can act like women will only settle for rich men anyways when most families are living paycheck to paycheck and can't survive on one income, because I think that means they married for love. And don't even get me started on what's between the legs, because there are women in 30-year marriages who have never successfully had a no, and you're gonna act like women are out here throwing the whole man away because of his size? Because I don't think so. In fact, there are women out here faking O's so that the men in their lives don't feel inadequate, and yet you're gonna act like we're out here bringing measuring tapes to our coffee dates? And sure, when it comes to height, maybe some women do have a preference for men who can reach the top shelf or the cookie jar, but that's all subject to change. If he's a good man with good qualities, then she may just fall in love and try to convert the whole world talking about how we love a short king. Listen, the truth is that even you don't believe this nonsense, because if you really believed that women had impossible standards, then you wouldn't be telling them to pick better men at every opportunity. So when I see videos like this, I realize that they're usually not mad about what women want. They're just mad that women don't want them.
I really don't like when this old woman trying to give advice on dating. It's mainly because of their old experiences or some exception they found throughout their life. She mentioned some women having boyfriends who are not having a job or whatever. Those are the exception. There could be a lot of various reasons, like those women could not be good looking in men's standard, and they're desperate to find any guy, and those are the guys she picked. Those are exceptions. It's not going to work for everyone or every guy. Most men find women that have those crazy standards, 666, like that guy mentioned. It's crazy how they feel like invalidating men's experience. If 80 to 90% of men are saying the same thing, then it's actually a reality and not exception. Meanwhile, what you're saying is very rare to see, and that's an exception. Let's move on.
Quick question. Where are we meeting the men that actually want to date and be in a relationship? Because it's not the dating apps. It's not. It's not the coffee shops. I've been trying that. I've been trying that for a while now. Definitely not the bars. Not at my age, because they're all like 21, 22. So they definitely don't want to be in a relationship. And I definitely do not want to be a cougar. Nothing wrong with that. Just not my type. I, again, tend to go about 8 to 10 years older than me. I found out even those don't want to date for a relationship. Even they are still figuring things out. Yeah, they are. So where are we meeting the ones that want to date and be in a relationship? That want to date to eventually get into a relationship? That are dating to see if we're compatible for a relationship, not other things. No. I need to know, because I have yet to find them. And I've been looking, so maybe I should stop looking. I don't know. But if you know, please let me know. Help your girl out. Where are we meeting the good men? Where are we meeting the men that actually want to be in a real relationship? Let me know.
Do these idiots not understand supply and demand basic concept? Like, if some woman knows where some good men are, and she's going to post it all over internet, that place is going to get flooded with all other these broke women, which are a lot. And the guys who can provide for them would be less, because no rich guy is just voluntarily going to give his money away like that. But if there are some Sims, even though they are few in numbers, why would you reveal such place if we have any and mess up your chances to find a good guy? It's crazy how their brain doesn't work for certain things. They think they're helping everyone. It's crazy.
There's about a 90% chance that when I decide to get married, it'll be with a girl that's not from America. Men are now more objectified than women. They're simply viewed for what they can provide and what they can do for others. So much so that what one man won't do, the next one will. And you're just a DM away from any yacht, plane, or car in the entire world like that. Countries overseas have seemed to do a better job at preserving their culture and sticking to their core values. So much so that if you're looking for a long-term partner and someone that you're actually going to marry, it makes more strategic sense to marry someone that aligns with those same core values.
This guy is actually pretty successful, and women have this idea that only the men that are not successful and are broke bums are looking at women from other countries. Here we have a man who is not broke, is not dusty, and yet even he is saying, you know what, I think I'm good on American women.
Yeah, no one is actually aiming for American women these days. Even people from other countries don't want that. Thanks to social media, everyone knows their true color now. And that's good. I mean, most men cannot fly out to find another woman because they could be limited by their job offers and everything. But those who can, go for it, find yourself a good wife. It's just crazy right here.
Would you date a girl who's on OnlyFans?
No. But I respect the hustle, though. But couldn't be for... No, that's not me, but I respect the hustle.
What if she was on OnlyFans after her dad was hospitalized and she has to pay the hospital bills?
I don't know. Am I already in a relationship with this woman?
Yes.
Oh, my God. That's tough.
He's in the hospital.
He's in the hospital? We got health care, though. You know what I mean? We're in Canada. Is he not fine?
No, but
if we were in America, different story, man.
Okay, you're in America. I'm just
No.
She's a 10, but she can't cook.
Oh, that's tough. I mean, wow, that's tough.
That's not tough. If she can't cook, go fuck off. I mean, you would think that could not be a bigger deal, like you can just organize DoorDash and shit. Nah, it doesn't work in long run. Looks will fade away. At some point, you want to have a home-cooked meal because otherwise the health will affect you if you start doing outdoor stuff all the time. People really don't see the long-term things, and that's how they get fucked up later on in their life. That's just me, man. Let me know what you guys feel about this. Will you still date a 10 who is not good cook? I personally won't, but I highly doubt I would come across that scenario. But that's just me. Let's move on.
You go find a wife in the Philippines or Thailand or wherever these places are that are overseas. They're just happy to be rescued from their poverty-stricken life.
That in and of itself is racist. You see how quick the claws come out? The bitterness, the seething anger. Triggered that passport bros are finding happiness in foreign lands because she can't do the same.
I hate to break it to you. I think that we've just got a very, very selfish culture of women. And to any women out there that say I have internalized misogyny or anything like that, that would require that I have a problem with women worldwide. I do not have a problem with women worldwide. I have a problem with Western women. And if you think that I'm just like making this up out of nowhere, reflect on the fact that there are Western men that are flying out east to find wives. Are Eastern men coming out west to find wives? No. Where in the world are men flying out in droves to marry American women? Nobody wants us. Why? We're big, we're selfish. We don't want to hear anything. You can't tell me to eat less. You can't tell me to change my life. You can't tell me it's not about me.
Dating's a nightmare. Dating is so bad. Oh, it's so bad. It's hard, you know, like we call people civilians if you're not in the business. So civilians don't like that I have sex with a lot of dick. They don't like that. It makes guys very uncomfortable, and it makes them very insecure. I mean, I have sex with huge penises, like big, like this, like this is what I do every day. So a guy that's like 6 inches, which is totally fine and which feels amazing, he's like, but I'm not that guy.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not Manuel.
Yeah.
And it's just irritating, and I understand it. I'm compassionate of it. It's very hard to date someone that has sex every single day with other people. And there's the jealousy factor, there's this do I size up factor, there's the idea that all of your friends have seen me naked and seen me with things inside me. You know, that's not gonna go away. There's always gonna be my holes on the internet.
Bullshit. Jealousy? Who is jealous of that? Really? They just make things up. Insecure, jealousy, all that boys, they just say things to make themselves feel better. And no one jealous of that.
Viral attention for sharing her regrets about ditching the idea of marriage and family. Now, her article in Business Insider reads, quote, I'm 38 and single, and I recently realized I want a child. I'm terrified that I've missed my opportunity. That woman's name is Melissa Persling, and she's revealing to Fox News Digital what she thinks caused her current situation. Listen.
I feel unbelievably betrayed by feminism. I was constantly fed this idea that women can do everything. We don't really need men. Women can have the great career and have the kids that they like and change the tires and do this. I mean, I grew up thinking, and men are great, but like I can do all the same things. I do feel in many ways betrayed by that line of thinking. I kind of want to go back to some of those teachers and coaches and say, what the hell did you mean by that? Because women can't do it all. We can't.
Katrina, what are your thoughts on this?
Okay, I'm going to go deep here. So I have an opinion on this, and I really think that feminism in some ways has really sabotaged women's happiness. And the reason I believe that is because we are asked to do all these different things, right? But then our nervous system goes whack. Like I know for myself, I'm in work mode and then mother mode and then family mode, right? And so your system just completely goes out of whack, which is why I truly believe, and I found this quote and I thought it was so telling, is that the divine feminine is the rawest, wildest, and most honest mirror a man will ever encounter. The awakened man opens his heart and goes to battle. He will tame his dragons and face his deepest shadows, since he knows that deep within, her heart will guide him home. And I think that there is a beautiful balance between the feminine and the masculine energy. And I know that as a woman, regardless of what any woman says, I think she wants to feel safe with a man, and she wants to be able to feel her feminine energy, but it's very difficult to go into that space when you're trying to fulfill all these different roles, which is what I think this woman is feeling right now, which is what I think a lot of women, right, in very powerful positions are feeling. And then there's this idea that if you're powerful, you can't be, you know, a beautiful wife or a beautiful mother. And so I think we need to go back to really the way God designed us to be, which is as women, we need men. And it makes for a beautiful balance.
Chris, something that struck me about this is something that Katrina mentioned earlier, which is your influences start in the home. So the moral of the story to me was that she felt betrayed by her influences. But if she had been influenced a certain way in the home, then there wouldn't have been confusion. Does that make sense?
It does, and I really like the points you just made. I think that, you know, this is a little bit of a weird topic for me to talk about, but we grew up with parents. I grew up with parents that had my brother and I when they were in their early 20s, okay? And that was their decision. That was great. My wife, Lily, decided to, she's an entrepreneur. She built her business in her early 20s and early 30s, and we didn't have kids till we were in our mid 30s. And she struggled with this early on a little bit. But this is where I think, as a man and as her husband and her protector, I take my personal responsibility to be her greatest advocate and her greatest cheerleader for everything that she's doing, everything that she's accomplished, everything she has to balance as a woman. And I think more men should take that responsibility. Not that I'm on this high horse or anything. I'm just saying I do think that it's the role of a man to do that.
Ask a question. Why the hell do people keep getting married? You know, isn't anybody looking at the stats? I mean, what's it like? 1 out of 2 marriages goes right down the shitter? People, if you were going skydiving and they told you half the parachutes weren't going to open, you'd be like, yo, fuck that, I'm not going. I don't like those odds. I get a 50% chance of splatting on the ground. I'm not doing it, right? But there's something about getting married. People just have to do it. They're just like, is this the line to lose half my shit? Awesome! This is gonna be great! I can't wait to lose my car, my money. Oh, look, the line's moving. One step closer to my own personal hell.
Keep my name out your mouth.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
What are you doing?
7, 8. I'm trying to play hide go seek so I can go find who the fuck you talking to.
Did you keep my name out your mouth?
Tracy, you know I love you so much. But I have a confession to make. I'm black.
You're what? John, how come you didn't tell me you were black, you lying son of a bitch? You know how much I hate n****. My family hates n****. Oh, I'm disgusting.
You didn't see that he was black?
Jerry, I never even noticed. I was so totally in love.
You know, our show is pretty stupid, but not half as stupid as racism.
What's better, New York or LA?
Definitely New York.
How come?
Because we don't have the Kardashians.
Can you do an impression of someone from LA?
Oh my God, Stacey, I just got my butt left. Oh my God, Tracy, I just got my ass extension. Oh my God, we're twinsies. Oh my God, I just can't believe it.
What's better, New York or LA?
Well, anyways, that's it for this video. If you enjoy such content, do subscribe, like, share, comment your opinions below. And I'll see you next one. Here are some more videos you can check out from. And that's it. See you next one.